We're proud to present the RCI Technologies Fuel Recirculating System, or FRS. The FRS is an independent water and contaminant removal system designed for automatically cleaning diesel fuel tanks above and below ground. Using the RCI purifier on a programmed schedule will help to remove and avoid contamination in fuel tanks. Remember, the FRS is not designed to remove bulk water from the diesel fuel tanks, as this could lead to pump failure. Instead, an auxiliary pump is recommended for bulk water removal. The FRS 660-11UL is our standard model for a single tank system with a flow rate of 11 gallons per minute. We also carry units with flow rates of 5 gallons per minute up to 150 gallons per minute in standard, multi-tank, dual pump, and remote pump configurations. Also, the systems are available in entry-level, open-face cabinet, and in this NEMA 4 closed cabinet. The 11 gallons per minute NEMA 4 cabinet model measures approximately 48 inches wide by 42 inches high by 12 inches deep and weighs approximately 390 pounds. Dimensions and weight vary depending on the model. And now, the exterior of the fuel recirculating system. The exterior of the standard 11 gallons per minute FRS comes equipped with a NEMA 4 rated system enclosure with hinged doors and industrial powder coating, a UL listed touchscreen display for system status security enabled programming, a UL listed audible alarm, a UL listed visual alarm with reset button, a UL listed operator interface HOA switch, one 1-inch Y strainer, a handle with keyed lock, floor mounting feet, and wall mounting tabs. Moving on to the interior of the fuel recirculating system. The interior of this unit comes equipped with a NEMA 4X rated operator interface compartment, a NEMA 4X rated electronics compartment including PLC, manual starter, and motor contactor, an air purge valve, an RCI FP1000 purifier, a 1-inch diameter supply line check valve, a 1-inch diameter return line check valve, 3 1-inch diameter unions, a 1-inch diameter priming tee, a 1-inch diameter supply line ball valve, a 1-inch diameter return line ball valve, NEMA 4 door seals, an internal locking mechanism, and O&M manual holder, an 11 gallons per minute positive displacement pump, a 1 horsepower totally enclosed fan-cooled pump motor, a catch basin with drain plug, a leak sensor alarm, a manual water drain valve, a water sensor, and a NEMA 4X rated customer interface compartment. The electrical input here includes a standard 115 or 208 volt AC 60 Hz single phase power or an optional 208 or 230 or 360 or 480 volt AC 3-phase power. The outputs include a standard alarm communication with 4 relays, including general alarm, programmable relay, water purge, and leak detection. Plus, there's also additional communication options available using Modbus RTU, BACnet, or Ethernet communication, an analog pressure transducer with factory settings of 5 psi for low pressure and 75 psi for high pressure, and a microorganism decontamination unit, or biomag. The function of the fuel recirculating system. The FRS provides an efficient method of removing contaminants, including water and numerous other heavy contaminants common to stored diesel fuel. After the diesel fuel has been run through the FRS, the clean fuel is returned to the fuel tank. The RCI purifier removes 99% of water and 95 to 98% of heavy particulates down to approximately 10 microns. And now, some warnings. Please follow all instructions. Failure to do so could result in fire, serious bodily injury, or even death. It is recommended that only qualified, experienced personnel familiar with this type of equipment who have read and understood all the instructions in this manual should install, operate, and maintain the system. The FRS recirculating system is designed to remove suspended water and particulate from your stored diesel fuel supply. thus preventing the formation and accumulation of water and sludge buildup on the bottom of your fuel tank while maintaining your fuel in pristine condition. If you're installing the FRS system on an existing fuel tank that is extremely contaminated and has a sludge buildup on the bottom, we strongly recommend having the tank professionally cleaned prior to the startup of your fuel maintenance system. Please do not fill with gasoline. This system is not meant for use with gasoline nor with other flammable liquids having a flash point less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The use of gasoline or any other flammable liquids at a temperature exceeding their flash point presents an immediate explosion and fire hazard. And also, please do not use the FRS 660 at a temperature exceeding the flash point of its contents. Priming the fuel recirculating system. Prior to startup, you must first prime your system. The pump head of the FRS 660 unit is shipped from the factory filled with number 2 diesel to facilitate system priming. But remember, this will not eliminate the need to prime the system at the pump. The FRS 660 is primed by using the priming tee on the inlet side of the pump. To begin priming, first make sure the pump is filled with number 2 diesel fuel. Next, ensure that all ball valves are in the open position. If the pump inlet port of the FRS 660 is located below the fuel level in the tank, close the inlet ball valve. Now, open the priming tee, fill the line with fuel, then close the tee. Note that for tanks situated on a lower level than the FRS 660, it is recommended that a foot valve be installed at the fuel tank to maintain prime in your system. Next, make sure to completely fill the suction line from its highest point with fuel, in particular when the suction line exits the tank top and the FRS 660 is located below that level. Now, switch on the pump and observe the fuel flow. Finally, depress the air purge valve on top of the RCI purifier and release when fuel is observed coming out of the valve. Note, the fuel will not drain from the inlet line because a one-way check valve is installed to keep the inlet line primed. Congratulations! Your system is now primed. And now, starting the fuel recirculating system. After you have primed your system, you are now ready to go through the initial startup. Upon initial system power-up, the RCI power-up screen will prompt. Next, the prime warning screen will prompt. Press OK, and the system is ready to run. The system will begin pumping once the system HOA switch located on the exterior front of the enclosure is switched to the hand or manual position. The automatic timer setup. In order to run the system in the auto mode, turn the system HOA switch located on the front of the enclosure to the auto position. First, from the main menu screen, as shown in the manual, press Automatic Timer Setup. Then, from the automatic timer screen, also as shown in the manual, program the required on and off time to the required day. For additional explanation as to how to program your automatic times, press Help from the automatic timer screen. If any of the above described alarm test procedures fail, or if any alarm trip value deviates, immediately contact RCI Technologies at 800-868-2088.